It's really hard to believe that it's only been a week since Trump has retaken the Oval Office, a week into his second term as president, because boy howdy, there's been so much stuff going on. I don't think I'm being too terribly hyperbolic in saying that he has accomplished more in his first week than Joe Biden did in his entire first year. Like, how long did it take? If you guys can cast your minds back to 2021, how long did it take Biden to hold a press conference? Like, wasn't it within the first 100 days? Like, there was a countdown for that. And to compare and contrast that with Trump, like, he's out there just, pounding through executive orders, answering questions, being hilarious and also informative at the same time. Like, have we even heard anything that old Uncle Joe's up to? It's like, is he still breathing? Like, it's wild, man. Okay, and I was gonna recap all of the highlights of the past week, but honestly, like, there's way too many. Like, this guy has hit the ground running and doesn't look to be slinking off to Camp David or Delaware anytime soon. Okay, he set out with the mandate to make America great again, and by hook or by crook, with every stroke of the pen, well, he's definitely attempting to make that a reality. So let's go over at least some of the things that I think are highlights. I'm obviously going to miss a few because there's just been, like, there's legitimately been so many actions and orders that he's made himself. And then, of course, the reaction from the rest of the world, well, that's a story in and of itself. But President Donald Trump's first week in office isn't over yet. Well, it's just wrapped up, okay? I'm just using this as a framing device, obviously. But already it offers a signal about the next 4 years in the White House may unfold. That's wild to think about. Here's some takeaways from the earliest days into his second term. Within, yes, hours of being sworn in, Trump pardoned more than 1,500 people who were convicted or charged in the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Yeah, one of the first things that he did, and yeah, justifiably so, a lot of those people, and especially the way that he handled the media when it was like, oh my god, what about the people that attacked the police officers? Well, do you even know any of the specific charges or any of the people that are there? Or are you just trying to grandstand on them? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I'd imagine it's more or less the latter, right? But even Trump saying, yeah, well, they've been in jail for a long time. They've been very poorly treated. What about people? What about people who, under Biden, okay, we have murderers, we have some very bad people who receive less time or even no time in those cases. I'm pretty sure they have served enough time. That was a beautiful thing to see, that all of those patriots on a guided tour officially had a full pardon offered to them or had their sentences commuted. It was something he talked about doing very strongly on the campaign trail, and followed it up within hours of assuming the office once again. Trump ended protected security details for, oh my god, yeah, a bunch of people. Stupid Fauci. Revoked clearance for John Bolton, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, which is huge, okay? Because it's so funny for all of the naysayers, especially the ones who like to wear cat ears on the weekend and hunt around for certain fluids on couches with black lights. Oh, he's a puppet of the deeps. Oh, he's just as much of a swamp creature. Oh, you fell for it again. Well, it kind of looks like he's following through on all of his promises, so. You go back to talking about how Kamala's far more memeable and she has real MILF energy, a little irrelevant closet case. Don't you have a grandmother to go pepper spray? Anyways, Trump also revoked the security clearances for a dozen of former government officials. Yeah, all 51 of those government officials. I remember seeing something, earlier last week. The ones who signed off on the report that the Hunter Biden laptop, that was just Russian disinformation. Well, I mean, if you're going to go ahead and stake your reputation on something that was just so obviously crap like that, I mean, you're probably not putting all of your resources to the best use that they can. So by getting rid of those clearances for those people, I mean, you're opening up spaces for people that could better use those resources. And then also, yes, directed that a portrait of former Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman, retired General Mark Milley, be removed from the Pentagon walls. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff, like some big important stuff, like pardoning the J6ers, and then also just the petty stuff, like getting rid of pictures of Mark Milley and all of those other traitors. You love to see it. You really do love to see it. And then just to get into the little minutia of stuff, and I understand that, within the past 24, 48 hours, I'm recording this Monday evening, obviously. This actually went went through. Trump signed the executive orders to unseal the RFK, JFK, and MLK Jr. files. So I know that there's like 5,000 pages, I think, just specifically on the JFK side of things. And I'd need some people that are, I guess, far more interested and far more immersed in those investigations to really go over that stuff to see if there's anything revelatory in it. But I'd imagine we'll come to those conclusions here in the coming days, because that's just a lot of information to just shotgun out there. But there was that. There was also President Trump just removed affirmative action. Yeah, all the DEI stuff that got rolled back, the affirmative action federal government hiring practices. This reverses LBJ's executive order 11/24/6. We will have a government based on merit, not race, and that has sent so many people spurging. Yeah, Reagan didn't touch it. Neither of the Bushes touched it. A bunch of the Democrat presidents would just go ahead and build upon that executive order, but Trump decided within the first couple of days, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to go back to this weird thing called earning your position, and based on the work and based on your qualifications. I know, right? And then on the international front, Zelensky has told President Trump that he is ready to end the war immediately. Trump wants to meet with Putin immediately. Yeah, seen a bunch of things, like, I know Putin sent over his best wishes. It's like, congratulations, President Trump, on your inauguration. Best wishes moving forward. I want to see an end to that war. I want to see an end to the conflict in the Middle East as well, mostly because I just want my money to stop going over there. I want your money to stop going over there. I want it to be kept within our own borders so that we can better focus on our own people, okay? Leave those conflicts over there for them to decide, because the moment that the money stops flowing is the moment that the bullets stop flying. It really is that simple. Figure it out. And if we can get that done here, when Trump has to send a couple of interns out to go get some new pens so we can sign some new orders, that'd be just some fantastic stuff. Oh yeah, and in the meantime, Trump is also weighing abolishing federal income tax. I mean, what? Now, a lot of this stuff is, pie in the sky speculation, obviously, like outside of the stuff that he has, gone ahead and drawn up. And I'm just, just simply pulling a couple of things that I thought have been notable over the past week. But yeah, he's floated some other ideas. And obviously, there's a couple of his nominees that have gone through the Senate and gone through the confirmation process. And it looks like some people are going to get through Marco Rubio, obviously, because that one makes the most sense. The Pete Hegseth one, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I'm a little bit out of the loop when it comes to the confirmation. I don't know, some people are there, some of them aren't. All of that stuff is obviously going to shake out in the coming days and weeks. But because we're seeing the guy follow through on his promises, when there's rumors and speculation like this pop around, there's a little bit of hope. There's some enthusiasm that, yeah, he's going to follow through and he's going to set the standard for the rest of the world. Because, yeah, I'm Canadian. I know, big shock on that one. I've talked about it ad nauseum, but the way that America moves and the way that the president governs is the blueprint for the rest of the Western world to follow. And especially as, hamstrung as Canada is by the United States, okay? We need them a lot more than they need us. We're very much landlocked. Like, okay, cool. We're sitting on all of these natural resources. Where can we send them to? Russia? Okay, cool. Well, they basically have the exact same stuff that we do. They don't really need it, okay? And where else? Greenland? It's like, no. We have to have a working relationship with the United States. So, like it or not, we have basically been paraded around as the 51st state for decades at this point in time. It's just people in the media really started to get butthurt when Trump just called out reality, when he started to follow through on his stuff. I like it. I'm enthusiastic about it. Let's just see. As it's pointed out here, yeah, he's going to get major pushback from Congress. Or yeah, we're going to see a lot of the snakes. And given the fact that now it's the year of the snake, they're going to start popping up here. So for as much good is going to happen, there's going to be an equal or greater amount of resistance. Both conclusions, both the progress and the resistance, you'll love to see both. So we could go ahead and resolve each of those issues before it's too late. But looking at the specific naysayers, okay, prior to, over the weekend, this was about the most unhinged, and AOC has definitely been the most unhinged cow. And it's very funny, right? Because in the recent election, the squad managed to lose a couple of people, and I've seen a couple of polls and a few bellwethers that the Democrats aren't exactly, at least the party supporters, they aren't exactly that excited about the current direction of their party. It's something like, I don't want to cite specific numbers if I don't have a reference for them, but it's somewhere approaching half of the party is generally unhappy with the direction of the party. So the likes of the AOCs, who are getting a much stronger foothold with Biden and his surrogates, yeah, they're feeling themselves on a lot more shaky ground, and maybe that's why AOC has decided to put on a little bit of extra weight so she has a much stronger base moving forward. I mean, you should have just ran with that whole maybe she's pregnant, maybe she's not thing, because how else do you explain this rapid weight gain in such very short succession? Maybe she's just storing away some extra acorns in those cheeks in case she gets deported and she can't call anybody up on her Obama phone. But I mean, why would anybody have believed that she was pregnant? It's like, you've seen her cuck boyfriend. Do you think that that guy could actually get it up for something that doesn't have a hairy ass crack? But her unhinged rhetoric, especially in, the context of Elon Musk, throwing it up for the boys in the back corner during the Trump inaugural parade. Like, she was on this tear for several days, and who would have thought that this went down as the avatar for the first week of Trump's presidency, and just knowing how much more insane it was going to get from here. So let's just refresh our memory a little bit.
You're going to do a Sig Heil? You're going to do a Hail Hitler? Or their rebrand a Roman salute? From
God, she's so stupid. You're going to do a Sig Heil? And she wants to get big mad about people not being able to pronounce Spanish names correctly, but you can't even get history right. It's like a rebrand, a Roman. Okay, well, the Germans, the nationalists, or the Nationalist Socialist Party of the 1930s, they adopted that iconography from the Romans back in the cut. So yeah, it's not a rebrand, it's just understanding history. But why would I anticipate her understand literally anything that happened the day before yesterday? Because she's not exactly that bright. I'm just also very confused, because normally when she does these videos, she's multitasking, right? Like normally she does the get ready with me videos, or she's cooking or something like that. But maybe she doesn't want to play into that whole, well, you're really putting on some extra weight there, AOC. Is there something wrong with you? She doesn't want to do that anymore, right? But just a little more.
Behind the presidential seal of the United States of America?
Oh, no.
It's on.
How is it?
It's on. And what is so important for us to understand is that as long as we don't give up, it's not over. It's not over. It is not over.
God, she's stupid. And then, she throws it up there as well. Very, very good. Very good. And that was going down. And especially, everything that she was doing in the aftermath was really leaning into the whole, she's really against the whole Sig Heil. And then when everybody else was posting the different pictures of the likes of Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, also doing the exact same, oh, look over there, oh, take a look, or maybe just doing like a whole hand point. It's like, it really doesn't much matter. Do you think somebody is really standing there, clicking their heels together as the funny mustache man goes right by, putting his hand up to acknowledge the crowd? Yeah, I don't really think so. Okay, it's much ado about nothing. You just end up looking like an asshole. Or you end up looking like Selena Gomez just spurging out on Instagram over the weekend. Like, what is this, man? I seen passing references to this because over the weekend, I was really busy doing a bunch of IRL things. I seen somebody, it might have been Jack Posobiec, post, oh my God, Selena Gomez is crying over Trump. And I just thought, it's just got to be maybe a little bit of cringe. But I didn't realize that this was going to be like 5 alarm 2016 Javits Center Hillary supporters in the crowd type crying. Like, what is this hysterical nonsense? Because there's something that I left out of Trump's accomplishments in his first couple of days. Something he was talking about very strongly on the campaign trail was he was going to go ahead, he was going to start rounding up all of the people, all of the illegals that are in the country. We're going to go ahead, we're going to take them, and we're going to send them back, because all of these countries, they're emptying out the prisons, they're insane asylums, and they're sending them here. So within hours, okay, like the next day, okay, the 21st, yeah, there were ICE patrols running through major cities, gathering folks up and sending them back. It's a beautiful thing to see. is a beautiful thing to see. But apparently it was so beautiful, it brought a tear or two to Selena Gomez's eyes as well. In a now deleted Instagram story, she's crying amid the deportation of Mexicans. Oh, okay, just Mexicans? Okay, I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. Your people? What do you mean, you people? The children. I don't understand. I wish I could do something. I could impersonate it, but we need to really experience this together, shall we?
To say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't.
Well, you could sponsor them and they could live in your house that you could, because I'm sure you got a couple of spare bedrooms. It was kind of like when J.K. Rowling, who is now becoming a darling of the right, makes me want to, deport myself from this world. How she was virtue signaling about, all of the boat people coming across the UK, and then Andrew Tate is like, how many spare rooms do you have in your place? And then she just immediately went on one of her misandrist rants. She is just a detestable person. I love the work that you do. I hate you as a person. Okay, it's kind of like Robert De Niro situation. But yeah, you got just a perfect pause right there. Didn't even realize that. But you got Selena Gomez. I wish there was something I could do for you. I don't know. You could try to keep them entertained by showing them some of your work. But you're in an Amelia Perez movie. Then again, hey, if you didn't want them to get attacked or anything like that, you could just put that movie on loop and they would deport themselves. But I think you got the point. I'll save you of the last 9 seconds, unless of course it's really bad. Let's just do this for completion's sake, shall we?
What to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Why would you post that? Okay, like we all have our weak moments. Okay, shed a tear every now and again. It's just why would you put that on social media? Why are you doing that? Whose mind do you think is going to change after that? Now, the only thing that I've seen are just a litany of good meme videos after that. Okay. Some Trump AI dancing, okay, Trump and his family dancing, the cat and then the guy playing bongos over top of it. It's like, it's just all been great. It's been beautiful meme fodder. Great way to kick off the week. But the best response I have seen so far, well, of course, it comes from Mr. Tam Homan, the guy who sounds like everyone who used to work back on the dock. You don't like what the fuck I'm doing out here? It doesn't much matter. This is my fucking job, so I'm going to take it very seriously. So he was asked about this on Fox News, and well, he had a couple of things to say, and well, let the man say it himself.
Don't know if you've had a chance to see a video that has been going viral over the past hour or so. We're still working to clear it and show it. In fact, the Hollywood celebrity who posted it has now deleted it, I think because probably she faced a lot of backlash for it, noting even the New York Times and Fox News polls show that a majority of American respondents are in favor of deportations of criminals and gang members. She posted a video sobbing. She was crying in it. She said, all my people are getting attacked, with the picture of a Mexican flag.
He's holding back just a huge laugh right now. Anyways.
Again, she has now taken that down. But what do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going. No apologies. We're moving forward.
Hell yeah, brother. That's exactly what I want to see right there, okay? Has been a beautiful week. It really has been a beautiful week, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this month. I'm looking forward to the next 100 days. I'm looking forward to the next year. I'm looking forward to the next 4 years, mostly because we have guys like Tom Homan in charge. No longer Alejandro Mayorkas, a guy who sounds like a Central and South American apologist, but you do a little bit deeper digging and you figure out exactly where his allegiances lie. But I digress. That's out with the old, in with the new, where you would have a much more apologetic approach to things. Or you can be like Trump moving forward, posting this over there on Truth, and yep, he actually did post that. It's going to be so much fun, man. Fuck around, find out. The left can go ahead and stay on the FA. We'll be over here on the FO having a good old laugh about it. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Coswell. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.